What is up, guys? Quick little test 1 2 1 2. Thank you guys for joining. How's everybody doing tonight? Can we please get a quick little mic check? Checking to see if the microphone is A-OK for you guys. How's everybody doing tonight? If we are good to go, then let's good to go. Sounds good. Amazing. Appreciate that. So how's everybody doing tonight? It's RC Steve 710 and we are back, guys. Halfway through June. Hope you guys are getting your summer builds going. And let me know, do you guys have a big vacation or trip expected this summer that you guys plan to take your little trucks with you? Let me know. That being said, guys, welcome back to Micro Mondays. Every Monday evening, guys, here live on Instagram, we cover the weekly updates for all the Micro RC goodies. So, before we get into this epic little episode tonight, we got a couple cool things to talk about, as well as we have a special giveaway tonight. Before I get started with shouting out what the details are, definitely have to give a shout out to all the early joiners typing away in the comments below if you want to get involved with the RC community. Don't be shy, guys. We got Garage Built RC, Big Dumb Dead Hobbies, Always Needs Money, Jer81 RC, Cartel Crawler, RC LCC 714, RC Leftovers, Toll Road RC, Old School 023. Everybody, thank you, guys. Wisco Crawler, what is up, guys? So, here we go. Tonight, if you guys have seen the stories, we got a pretty sweet giveaway by Northwest Chassis Works. He's just feeling the summer vibes, guys. Wants to get a summer build going for a lucky person. So winner will pick and receive their choice of chassis. And if you guys haven't checked out Northwest Chassis Works, they have a whole lineup of chassis available. Multiple platforms, guys. So definitely check that out. Of course, mini chassis, micro chassis. So check those out as well, guys. With the chassis getting sent over, we actually have something super epic. It's too big for me to open, but I have a super rare, huge, really nice quality print, trippy RC Steve poster. You guys can hang up in the garage or in your room, wherever you guys want. Living room. That's an awesome art piece, if you guys ask me. So yes, that is tonight's giveaway. For one of you lucky guys, if you guys haven't seen how to get entered into that, please check on. So I'm finally going to send him over the little invite. That way we can get some double camera action going on. There he is, right there. What is up, Mark?
What's happening?
What is happening, brother? How are you today?
Excellent, my friend.
Love
Excellent. I have no complaints.
Well, we're good to go.
Ready. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So, guys, we have tons of news to cover tonight. You don't want to miss out. Again, shout out to the sponsor of the month, guys. We do have Tits RC, Tiny Terrains RC in the house. If you guys haven't been following along, we've been slowly working on our Tits RC themed build of the month. Mark and I kind of pushing ourselves to get a build cranked out this month since it was a little slow past
build
couple of months.
More of a roller?
Yeah, let's say roller. So, you know, we get as far as we can over here.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I got a couple updates. I did just barely kind of get the links out to Mark, so he'll be jamming on that overdrive this week.
Sure.
But right here we have the Athos, the Northwest Chassis Works Athos C1, all set up as a little, you know, axles, links, shocks, wheel choice. wheel choice. I'm not sure if
You
I'm too set on that,
know
but
what I don't have is that I don't have a C1 in black carbon. I do have it in silver and blue.
yeah, the
That's funny.
OG traditional
Yeah,
carbon, man. C1. Can't, it looks sleek. The
yeah.
weave is cool.
Yep,
And a
yep.
little bit of goodies here, guys. We got the Next Racing shocks in the blue. Of course, the Tits axles, guys, to get that Toyota theme look. And if you guys did not
Yeah.
know the body, we're going with the Flub RC, the L series right here. So this is going to give us a huge body, huge interior, huge pretty much overall platform to kind of mess around with. So that should be pretty epic.
I like
Uh,
that green. I think you should find a paint that's close.
okay, so I'm thinking if I'm gonna go with the green, I might want to change up the wheels, but the green and the
I don't
bronze
know.
might look
Green
pretty dope. I
bronze
know you
goes
have a
like
combo
the
like that, don't you?
no. I don't. You know what I did? I did paint one for Mikey
Oh, nice.
in that apple green. I think he put. I don't know. I don't remember what rims he used, but maybe. But yeah, bronze. I think bronze goes with just about anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't ran bronze wheels in a while, so I'm kind of stoked. If I'm gonna try and work around that, and we'll find a perfect green color to paint that body up.
I like it. I like it
So
a
that's
lot.
where I'm at, guys. Next week we'll definitely get a little bit farther, closer to getting the interior worked on and stuff like that. Mark, you kind of had your parts kind of prepped already. So once you get those links in, pretty much you'll have yours kind of the same as me, or you think you
Yep.
got
I'll
tire choices
be.
ready and stuff like that too?
I'll be with the links. I'll be right there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll work on a little primer and stuff on the body. So who knows?
Yeah, and over the weekend, Mark, speaking of the Northwest Chassis Works, it's just time and time again, I just grabbed this one to go have fun on the trails. And every time, Mark, it just doesn't disappoint when it comes
Just
to
crush
pulling
it,
in
huh?
some lines. Yeah. And if you guys seen my post on this thing is also a Northwest Chassis Works
I think your
AOC
next step
one.
on that is wheel wells to hide it, make it even more realistic.
Oh yeah. Well, it's got some, but yeah, just
I
to kind
think,
of divide this part up right here.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
we'll do that. So I'm kind of stoked to have two C1 XLs,
God, the silver is
totally
so
different
good.
setups. They're gonna be totally different layouts. This I'm gonna probably have to change it up a little bit just to accommodate with the interior, like the full 3D seats that I kind of wanted to see if I can fit in there. So should be pretty cool.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
so we'll stay tuned for next week, guys. But yeah, speaking of that, I was able to drive the past weekend, with a bunch of friends in SoCal. So it's awesome. It felt really good to get out, get some trucks going. Drove the 110. That was fun. And
oh
yeah,
nice.
Monday here, came back to a whole bunch of scale goodies. What about you, Mark?
As far as RC stuff,
Yeah.
hot, 113. It went
Oh man,
quick, bro. It went quick.
it is
So
cranking up.
we gonna do indoor driving unless I get up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm reading
But
a couple
yeah, I got some
comments.
stuff done though. Actually, like, um, where did I put that? Yeah, I can't reach it at the moment. But anyhow, working on some client stuff and also put a little more love into that beast, that quad cab. That thing's coming along real nice. I like that truck. And then we're gonna do on the tits build with I found like three chassis I didn't realize I still had or had. I don't know how to say that right, but didn't realize I had, I guess. But I found the silver and a blue standard ethos. So the angled skid. And I'm gonna go blue with your purple links. I think that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be sick. Super unique. and they're on the way, so we can't wait. And lastly, speaking about links and stuff, I just got a little restock on the TRX4M titanium material, and that that uh, that one finishes up pretty nice, meaning cleans up good for prepping for the heat ano treatment. So, dude, the colors right now on this round, insane.
Ooh.
So nice. So you'll see when you get the steering links.
Nice.
But
I like it.
yeah, guys. Tits RC also sent over some goodies, so I wanted you guys to check those out. If you guys haven't checked out Tits RC's website, I got some of these classic wheels right here.
Mm.
Some of their knuckles. The knuckles for various setups. So TRX4M, SCX24, Mias ISO axles. These things have little cool tungsten weights down below, so it really keeps the weight down low. And they're around like 17, 18 grams each. And then another cool item, guys, in the shop is these little suspension limiters, little band straps that you can mount to the servo mounts. So next week, guys, we'll be giving away a couple of these products on Micro Mondays. So you guys don't want to miss out for next week. But that being said, Mark,
Well, that's what I
think
look like.
we see a whole
That's
bunch
my
of
face.
comments in the chat going off, and I do too. Let's see if we can answer a couple real quick. Saw a couple of them. Where can you easily get some Next Racing shocks in stock? A-Main Hobbies. Actually wanted
Wow.
yeah,
I thought you were going
actually
to say,
ordered these, Mark, last week, I think on Friday, and I got them today.
You're a fan, huh?
I'm a fan, but most importantly, I needed to get some more long travel shocks. And I bit the bullet, and
those are.
the blue is nice. The blue is nice.
Okay. Have you
I
done
would
the
like to see this body just like this personally, but
blue and silver?
maybe I can consider doing that myself if I really want to. But yeah, A-Main Hobbies, you can get them real quick, guys.
I love A-Main.
How heavy is the Athos XLC1 Forerunner? I think it weighs around like 500 grams.
Yeah, but you got nice
Maybe,
weight up
I
front
think
to make
it's a
it
little bit
balanced.
more, maybe like 600. I'll get a
Yeah,
weight
you got it balanced though.
Yeah, it's good balance for sure.
Yeah, it's not weight. We can argue weight and lightweight and all that crap, but if it's balanced, then it doesn't matter what it weighs.
Yeah. So let's.
Question: have you used the reservoir shocks from Next yet?
No, but I've seen them in person, and they look sick. They seem like they will need to be dialed in just perfectly, so that way you don't encounter like crazy little too much stiffness or anything like that. So I just kind of steered away from that for that reason, because I'm not like a guy that wants to set it up perfectly all the time. I just kind of throw it on and drive it for now and then try and tune it afterwards. But those things, they look nice and they seem smooth.
Well, you keep buying the Next, so maybe I need to try those. I keep saying that, but I haven't bought a pair yet. So, or a set. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I still haven't. I've been saying it for months that I will.
Yeah. Try them out, guys. They're pretty cool. Let's see. Last week also, Mark, so many stuff just keeps dropping, guys. So if you guys haven't seen a couple Micro Mondays, we actually had Coupe RC, the Orca V2, get released again. So I actually have a Orca V2 right here. We could take a quick look at it and kind of how the setup is for this thing. So I kind of built this one over the weekend as well. And I really like how it flows. It does have like a carrier bearing setup now versus the older Orca, and then the wheelbase setup is much shorter front end with the longer rear end. So these
What's
things,
the wheelbase
the
then?
wheelbase on this particular one is 155. So
Okay, so it's kind of maxed out then the
kind
way
of
you got it
maxed
set up.
out, yeah. You can go longer if you really wanted to, like if you had longer travel shocks. But the next racing super shorties, that's kind of like the maxed. If you want to run like so this is like the 90 millimeter rear that the custom links will get you set up with that. But a Gladiator rear end, you'll probably be a little bit shorter and still plenty of clearance. So overall, that's a pretty cool chassis on
Nice.
that. And then what I'm trying to lace up are these trippy wheels, a little
That is
tie-dye,
trippy.
and the new V2 style B-block rings, 1.3s, guys. So they'll fit a whole bunch of different setups. But shout out to Coop for sending that over with the. And then I think the Orca is available still. I'm not too sure. But let's dive in, guys, to the topics of the night. Finally, plenty to talk about, like I said, guys. So it's crazy. If you guys do have comments, we'll try and answer them for sure. Shout them out in the chat. But let's see. VTech, guys.
I like that tie-dye. Crazy looking, bro.
Dude, the tie-dye
It
one is
looks like,
it.
what if it was like the Grateful Dead like skull? That would be even crazier.
But
That's like the same
VTech has
color.
been making a new debut, guys, with something epic for us to check out, to kind of get to enjoy.
Cool.
What you see right here is prototype, but this is pretty much the gist of it. He's coming out with the RevT3K motor from VTech. So, guys, be prepared. These are going to be a couple different options right here. But if you have noticed, like a lot of the motors are just kind of high powered overall and kind of jumpy in a sense with the high KVs. These ones are
That's
tuned
crawly
specifically,
boy.
yeah, to have lots of crawling torque, and it's actually compatible with lots of setups, guys. So no need to worry about if it's going to fit your platform, because it most likely will. And stay tuned. These should be available shortly, within a month. But these are pretty cool for sure. I've been looking for, it's kind of like in my opinion, there's a whole bunch of different motors out there. And let's talk about like the brushed ones, like a 050 we would think that everything is the same setups, but certain, there might be the same RPMs, but like a Holmes Hobbies one uh, really relies on the winding of the coils and the magnet quality and stuff like that to have like a really good dense setup. So this is kind of what they're aiming at over at VTech ESC, guys. If you're interested in something like that, you can check that out. Stay tuned when they'll be coming out. So I'm stoked. There's a whole bunch of nice quality electronics nowadays to get your motors running super smooth. So adding a incredibly smooth motor will just make everything overall super nice. Are you a fan of the brushed or the brushless style?
It just depends on the build for me, man.
Huh?
It just depends on the build.
I see. I
Like,
see.
is it like a cruiser? Is it budget? Is it over the top performance? I don't know. Just depends. I think I like the 050s for lightweight, and I like brushless for performance overall.
Yeah, I mean, brushless has been getting crazier nowadays, and then that actually leads us into
since people have been leaning towards wanting that brushless, super smooth experience, and then we've actually kind of had that future almost evolved when the Unity came out first with that 2-in-1 kind of setup mark. The only thing, it was super long and did not fit many applications. So now, coming back to that Unity setup, this might be another option for guys looking for that 2-in-1 setup that like the Furitek systems. But Furitek Mini Komodo Unity Micro FOC brushless system for the SCX24. They now have it available, guys. So these are pretty cool too. Again, guys, it comes with the transmission plate needed, motor, and the ESC all in one, and the little Bluetooth module.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anything at any scale with an Outrunner 2-in-1. Now I'm thinking about it. Have you?
No, which is pretty cool, honestly. Seems like we're just getting closer and closer to a more compact setup where when
Still on
space
my line, bro.
matters, especially for these little guys, and if you want to get creative with, high details and stuff like that, these can be pretty nice. These can probably come in a lot convenient. Just saves a whole nother space of not having the ESC on the sides or in the back and stuff like that. And being that it's like a pancake, maybe the overall size length with that little added ESC would still just be like the length of, a regular micro Komodo can or something like
Right,
that.
and then
You never know.
your weight's centered, and you don't have anything extra on the slider or wherever else you put the ESC normally.
Yeah, so that's
Out
really
of the
pretty
two
cool.
ones, I'm kind of like interested in that one for a change.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen this is available now. So not only is it for the SCX24, but they're also sharing it's for a multiple of 1/18th platforms. They've been sharing it, shown on the HPI Venture 18. So that's pretty cool. And they're selling it for pre-order $99.99. So $100, guys. They start shipping in July. And yeah, you get all this stuff right there. Now, I think, what are we probably looking for next, Mark? Anything? What's your next dream? If you were to, I think this is cool enough right now. This is like more than enough. But if I was
I
to
don't
get
even know.
crazier and want more, I would want to see a micro Komodo size one somehow.
Yeah.
Just tinier. But at $100, not too bad either. Pretty cool. It might not fit
That's
many
not bad at all.
but also I'm sure you guys can make it
What does
fit.
that mean?
What? Right here.
What? How about a drive lane worth of shit? What the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't understand that comment or question. Elaborate. Your drive line is what drive line? I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that one. Anywho, moving on. More Lexan bodies. Well, there's plenty.
Well,
Just
I think we got.
Google them.
Yeah, we don't have Lexan bodies
More
right now.
waffle motors, right? Yeah, there aren't many, right? There's only like the pancakes. There's like what 3 from Mofo, Mini Komodo. Does little guy have a pancake style motor?
I think so.
I don't remember what
I
it's
don't know.
called, but I believe they have one. Um, Gas power. That's kind of funny. Gas power 24s, but yeah, that's antiquated. Nitro 24. Yeah.
Well, actually, I do have something. I do have something Lexan for you guys. Now that I remember, it's nothing new, but for the guys that just love easy paint job setups, in Jora, seeing that they have a lot of popularity with those Bug 24 Lexan bodies.
There you go, Lex.
Yeah, there you go. Now they have a new color offered for you guys in that burgundy color. So comes with an interior now. I don't know if they came with one last time, but pretty sweet color. And they got that. As well as for you guys who have been waiting for the Micro T carbon fiber chassis, along with all the little Micro T upgrades they already have available. You guys know that the Micro T is slightly smaller than the Micro B. So now they have the Micro B carbon fiber chassis ready to go. It's super cool to see, in Jora, just they love this little platform. So keeping on top of that, it's pretty awesome. And let's hop over to, let's see. Okay, coming back to racing. Mark, let's come back to racing. Last week we shared something coming fast for the Micro World guys from partnered with DripXX, and the time has come. Last week they launched, for you race fans, the G-Force TT24 1/24th scale aluminum drift chassis. Now, this is a high precision scale chassis system. It's the Turbo Twist 24, pretty much setup, but it comes with a whole bunch of different upgrades now. This looks crazy, Mark. I'm not really one to know much about the drifting world, but I see that this is kind of what everybody wants already in the kit. Carbon fiber, aluminum pieces, ready to go.
Dude, that thing's gangster. Like, for a 24 scale drift chassis, that's insane.
Yeah.
And that's right up there with like RC supremacy stuff. And that dude's like top of the line. Like, he knows what's up with drifting.
So here's some of the specs right there. Yeah.
Adjustable
cool.
camber, caster, right?
Yes.
Toe in,
everything is adjustable.
toe out. Yeah.
There's the width right there, guys. So different track setups. You guys can set it up for however
different
you need
track
it.
width, different wheelbase too, right?
Yeah. A whole bunch of different motor setups.
I think I saw something too where you can flip the motor around to where you want it.
Right? Yes, right there.
And then the battery mount moves so you can just wait. This thing is sick.
Sheesh. I need one. I don't know how to drift, but come on now.
I'm not great at it, but it's fun, dude. It's so fun. Like, just to spin in circles, and it's so fun. Smiles for
get a little
miles.
preview.
Yeah. But yeah.
So
I forget, how much was this one? I forget.
This one comes in at a little, as small as it is, guys.
I know it's not cheap.
It's not cheap. We're looking at $274.99.
Okay. Let's see, that ain't bad though for what it is. Carbon fiber, full. Yeah, you can jump right into drifting with some cheaper stuff, or you can jump right into drifting and learn how to get your car in for this amount.
Totally.
It's up to you. Like, I'm saying, like, whatever. Like, pick your poison.
I'm sure you guys can make a little track and set up stuff like that, but the TT24, we've kind of been wondering, what's that all about? So that's pretty dope.
That's
available, guys. Last couple of little headlines before we dive in. We actually have a special guest tonight, so we want to get through a couple more headlines.
$2,500 for a 10 scale drifter. Like, put that in perspective.
Right.
I'm sure that's probably a pretty damn good drift car for 2,500. So yeah, I mean, you get what you pay for, guys. Like, whatever. Like, you can hate or not. You don't have to buy it. No one's putting your debit card in the machine and saying, "Hey, buy this right now." No one's holding a gun to your head. And we just like to tell you guys what's available.
I'm sure I know
I think
drifting is
I think it's
pricey
cool.
for sure.
Drifting,
Let's hop
ain't-
over.
if you're gonna be good at drifting, you're gonna put money and time into it. It's not easy. It's not like going out and rock crawling. Like rock crawling, you just put a slow motor in a truck, just add tires to it, SCX24, basically, if you want to, or an 050, and you're done. But yeah, drifting, you need time. You need money. You need a setup. And you need skill. You need to learn that skill.
I'm gonna have to learn it because I'm interested.
It's cool. It's a cool art. And it's different than real world because real world, the grip actually makes the car drifts. But in RC world, it's hard tires and slippage that actually makes the car drift.
No.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I
wild. Like, so different than the real world.
hear it
Whereas rock
also
crawling.
helps you with the throttle control too for crawling.
Yeah, drifting is definitely throttle control.
But let's hop back real quick to crawlers. I know you
Alrighty.
guys have been patiently waiting for updates and drop dates with Nacho chassis, guys. Well, this week is finally it. June 21st, 10 a.m. PST. The special drop number 6 is dropping. You guys collab with Angry Squirrel to bring you guys
Ooh.
drops like those limited edition anode beadlock rings and more. Cremon transmissions, more bearing body setups and stuff like that. Adjustable carrier bearings. So guys, limited if you guys already know. Grab your mark your calendars. It's this week already, so it's here. And let's hop over. It'll be the last topic for tonight. But Bernie, aka Milk Tea, if you guys know, he's always so gracious enough to help us fellow RC guys out, just keeping everything on lock, staying organized with events coming up near us or around you. So if we head over to Milk Tea's Instagram profile, you can see for yourself, but he's collected a few events that are happening this summer. If you guys want to see more events happening around this month as well as in the summer, you guys can check out other Micro Mondays towards the end. But here we got just a little recap again. More events happening this week, this weekend, as well as other events lined up. So, guys, the RC swap meet at Marty's Hobbies, you guys can get some steals and deals, or you guys can simply just get what you've been needing and save definitely a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of money on shipping and stuff like that. I myself will be there, guys. I'll be selling some discounted items, some projects that just been kind of here, never been used, things, a whole bunch of good stuff. So I also have the fuel cells, some roof racks, and some link sets available as well. So, guys, June 22nd, 10 to 2, get there a little early because it does fill up. Does early birds get the worm? If we click next, we also have Coop RC Micro Comp Show and Shine. Coop RC Micro Comp and the Show and Shine, Murrayville, Georgia, June 28th, guys. Don't want to miss out on that one. Super well organized. And if you guys haven't checked out the Grizzly Crawler Works setup out there, guys, it's super fun. Epic terrain. Addicted RC. This one's going to be crazy, guys. If you guys are doing the build off, there's a build off in the comps, so it's pretty crazy. But check that out. It's micro comp right there. July 12th. That'll be next month over in Oceanside, California.
Wow, Oceanside? Damn.
Yeah, and another reminder, guys. Oh, sorry about that. Let me go back over here. Another reminder, guys. I don't know how that happened. Try and pull that up one more time. My bad, guys. But we got the Little Guy Racing Parts swap meet 2. That'll be next month. So don't forget about that, Simi Valley. And then, of course, something new that we kind of had on the calendar, guys, for anybody planning to visit Hawaii or lives in the islands in August. The beginning of August, guys, got the Menehune number 3
There we
crawlers
go.
and cuts crawl, guys. So it's going to be epic. Plenty of sponsors and participators will be there, guys. That again,
Got
August
burner
2nd.
hosting
Yeah,
that again?
hosted by Burner Account,
All right.
guys. If you guys don't know,
Yeah,
check
Jay.
that out.
I don't know if he's here, but you probably watch this. So what's up? Appreciate you, brother.
And with that being said, that's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on over the summer. You guys, if you have an event near you, if you haven't heard it shared over the past couple of weeks here on Instagram, feel free to just share what you guys got going on if you have some cool events planned near you. And any questions, Mark? Anything you see in the chat before we head on
And,
over?
I'm going to leave the chat alone these days. I kind of let it get to me last week. I'm not going to let you motherfuckers get to me anymore. So I'm just going to ignore you.
Okay.
But what is that chassis? That is interesting. It's like a Loch Ness monster looking thing.
The one down below?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, well,
What is that?
we're about to talk about it for a while.
Okay.
Go ahead and check that out, guys. If you haven't seen the DripXX from Flub RC,
Yeah, I love you, bro.
it's right here, right down here in the screen. So we actually have a special guest. Happens to be Mr. Flub RC himself. So we're actually going to get just a little quick overview regarding this new DripXX chassis setup, and we'll give you guys the full scoop on the whole setup and layout. I'll share it with you guys on my screen. But let me go ahead.
Full pro setup, huh? Or team, I think it was actually you called it. Yeah.
Well, this one, I don't know if it's specifically a team, but there is an interior that is, the team spec interior. So I think you guys get a chance to run this team spec interior for those of you guys who have
There
it.
you go. That's what I was thinking about. Sorry, maybe I was misspoke on that. Yeah.
But let's check this
Super
out
sick.
before we get him on. Oh, I think he's on right now.
Oh, he's there. Let's go.
All right. What's happening, Mr. Flub RC in the house?
Keeping busy.
Welcome back again to Micro Mondays. We're glad to have you on, and we're glad to hear that you've been keeping busy. As we can see, guys, we have a whole new platform, pretty much kind of like a whole new venture from Club RC, guys. So you guys know we've been he's been offering performance tire inserts for the micros as well as the bigger scales as well. Of course, offering quality RC bodies. You guys seen the L series that I'm planning to build this month for the TITS build off. And if you guys haven't checked out some of his prints or H series or any of his series bodies, check them out. Definitely quality stuff. But now, guys, you can blend. He's kind of venturing into his own performance kit, which will blend, maximum performance with a sleek, all-in-one special fit around, Flub RC products. And this is just crazy to see for sure. Let's go ahead and just say, let's just dive in, man.
Oh
What
yeah.
brought you to kind of making one of these, and what was your overall goal for wanting to set it up?
Well, I just wanted to provide. First of all, I wanted to build something that I wanted to run, something that addressed a few issues with MIG sliders, something that was an all-in-one kit of that you can get from Flub RC. So this is first and foremost, we picked kind of a layout. We went through multiple chassis, as our first venture, multiple different degrees, kept with the same design, the same front, the same rear drip, and just kind of figured out where we wanted to go. And we decided with the C2 class chassis that would be rear facing specific. And it's something different that people haven't quite done. It's capable of doing, but what we wanted to do was maximize every single aspect of everything. So we pushed the limits. We went above the 20 degree, and that's what the XX stands for. It's a 20-degree skid. So non-corrective with one of the lowest mounting transmissions possible that I know of, which is the DWS. And then we paired it with a motor that was capable, with the stock gearing and everything, which is the Cedar. And being in such a tight package, the in-runners type helps with that as well. So everything's based around C2 rear facing, and the plans moving forward are to pick new classes and new specific layouts that we can maximize and adventure with. So C2 was where we wanted to go, and with the new style carrier bearings and stuff like that, we wanted to get the most out of a C2. So we kept through the versions changing the degree. We've been through 7 degree, 10 degree, 15 degree, 18 degree, 20 degree, and then a 22 degree. And it came back to the 20 degree. It gave us exactly what we needed for this setup. So it is a printed skid that's fully designed, printed in the atomic filament. It sets the transmission forward a hair more than Hard Park does on their skid. And then it takes a little bit of the angle out and a little bit of the width from the skid and gave us a little bit better triangulation for a long rear setup like we were using. So a few adjustments there. The chassis is capable of taking pretty much any skid that's available today. So the team has done a good job at testing different setups and have gotten really close with a few to being, on par with this for fitment. So the whole point of this is a full kit. So you get the body, you get everything. Everything fits as it should. The interior is in there, a full pan. Everything's covered. The full bottom is covered and smooth. Everything's hidden. The bed is definitely covers the rear axle fully, which is needed. Needs to cover the rear axle. No electronics showing for a C2 class or CMA. So along with all that, like I said, we kept pushing the skid forward other than messing with degrees and all that fun stuff, and came up with a stock deadbolt drive shaft length. This one is trimmed, and you may need to trim your drive shafts to get no binding because it's maxed. We wanted a short as possible front end to get the clearance where it needs to be. So you can see right when you come off the front tires, you have a continuous angle line that goes right up and flows with the skids, flows with the engineered links, Everything's maximized for drive shaft angle. We did use a drive shaft extender. So we have a 10 millimeter extender that's included with the kit, and you also get shims with the kit. So you'll get a pack of 6 shims, 3 different thicknesses, 2 of each. I used the skinniest one on the transmission side and the second skinniest on that. Depending on what drive shaft you have, there is another thicker shim if so needed. So that tightens everything up. Like I said, everything is tight, designed, engineered, and maxed. So there is room. Steve's working on some links, so we did put a second hole for your link. Everything is designed how it should be. There's only one hole in the front for your links. There's no guessing. Your recommended servo mount is NSD or Little Guy Racing parts. They're adjustable servo mount. It'll give you what you need. The body and everything's engineered into the kit. So servo clearance is also important. So the tray and everything matters. When you guys get your kits, you get a full list. We've made posts with all the recommendations. Everything is USA, 100%. Our carbon fiber is 4 times the cost of anything China. The fabric itself is made in Washington, and the plates are pressed right here in Minnesota, in Duluth.
Yeah,
I know all of the owners personally and talked with everybody. So everything's 100%.
That's so sick.
yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
even, it's cut right here in Minnesota by Mintech RC. Every single part is hand sanded and inspected by me. So, fun fact is this kit is actually China carbon. So if you guys usually see the silver weave, that's what it is. And this is kind of the difference. What we have is a textanium carbon fiber. And it has a matte texture to it. I have my bright lights here, but in the sunlight, it's actually got a deep black, like you can see in the pictures. So, but that's kind of what you get. You get a full kit, all the screws, all the ball ends for the links, the transmission, if you got it with the transmission, also comes with the 5-degree Delrin corrective skid from Hard Park that you guys can save for a different project for later. You will be using the non-corrective 0-degree skid that I supply. You get the brace, Mintech RC carbon front brace. We do recommend the good old neck shocks like Steve was showing earlier. They've become my favorite as well. Very nice. We do supply the integrated band system. So these are those little tabs that you'll see on there. And they are adjustable throughout the chassis, so you can mount them inside of the bed. And they are hooked. So once you get the bands on them, you can kind of wiggle them and they don't even come off. The hook always goes towards the outside of the band.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool feature. I like the little feature of including the drive shaft extender. That way, you don't have to run the carrier bearing setup. Another thing, guys, is that he does include, enough for one complete link set, but as well, there's 8 more links included. That way, guys, in case you want to run various types of wheelbases. So there is a 145 type of wheelbase as well as like a 138.
Yeah, it's every 8.5,
Somewhere around
but
there.
it's a 155 and then a
Seabolt.
147 and then a 139.
There you guys go. So
So kind of split the difference there. Back in the old days, I really loved my 142s, and then I ran a 148. So we decided that 147 worked out well with our screw spacing. Like I said, everything's engineered. Your shock angles are engineered in. Everything's designed. Your constant center line has been figured out by link placement. So everything's pretty dialed for you guys. I've had a lot of fun building and driving them, so can't wait to see what you guys think. But yes, there's definitely the 3 links for the rear. I think the only other thing to mention is the magnet. We talked about getting rid of the mag sliders. So we got rid of the mag sliders and put the magnets in the bed.
yeah, it's a
So
pretty crazy
it's,
idea.
yeah,
Seeing that right here, these sliders, they definitely integrate hugging, connecting the bodies together. And then what really solidifies everything too, guys, like Chris was saying, you can have this bed pretty much just held down permanently, and then this magnet system like you're showing in the backside, it with the slider integration, it really just locks in everything to place, and you don't your body's not moving at all.
yeah.
And by the
It's been a
way, I was gonna say that this atomic filament, this is like a carbon fiber one as well too, huh? But it's super smooth
yes.
already. So
Yeah,
that's crazy.
it's not as textured as our normal black. You can kind of see it's not a true flat, but the carbon does give it a matte appearance. I've done some I wish I had some supports here, but I've done some support testing, like versus our standard. This is a standard carbon, and this stuff's pretty strong as well, but I've done some snap tests with the supports. And this is, if you remember years ago, we did have a special material that we were testing, and we sent down to Guam to have it all tested out. And this stuff is where it's at for bodies and parts. So all of the parts have been made out of that. The cabs will remain to be our standard carbon to keep all the colors. So,
That's
but
pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. So guys, if you really want to get it one of these, they are sold out right now. Surprisingly, wow, they sold out in like a minute or something like that. But I guess the question is, when is the next batch looking to be when's the next one coming, so that way people can
yeah,
get their calendars ready.
we're shooting for about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. There's a few things to acquire. Carbon fiber has been ordered, and we need to talk with Hard Park and get some transmissions coming. So I did speak with them a couple weeks ago, and they should be in stock here any day for you guys. So should be coming soon for those of you that got it without the transmission. And then, of course, he's got a bunch coming. So there should be plenty for the upcoming batch as well as for me to grab for you guys.
And then other things that I wanted to kind of maybe clarify for the next batches. Right here, it's going to be the color. I myself, we have like kind of like the earlier versions or testing versions for R&D, kind of just to show you guys. But the chassis will be silver.
That's the plan. The next batch, we had, when I talked with Clearwater, we had a master sheet made of this. So he made us a master sheet, and we went through about half of it. So the other half, I want to support him and get the other half to that. And then we're going to look into possibly some other colors. And they do stock regular flat carbon and matte and gloss black. So that can always be another quick option that's in stock that we don't have to wait to be made or anything like that. So yeah, silver will be the next batch again, guys. And after that, we're probably going to do a flat black.
Dude, very cool. I think I might go super stealth right here. And then, yes, guys, the reason this is called the C2 Pro Kit. So if you guys, for certain regulations, mainly the most popular one that uh, a lot of the bigger, events will go based off of is the RC MCCA competitive ruling for the micros. So that in order for it to be eligible to have a class 2 truck, there will be, you cannot use a carrier bearing. So there's a lot of crazy and awesome setups out there with the carrier bearings and stuff, but those ones wouldn't be qualified. Those would be like, class 3 or whatever, kind of setup you want to choose it for, other than the class 2 setups and the class 1, of course, too. But yeah, that's a pretty cool. It's a nice kit, guys. If you're looking for just something where you don't really have to be guessing what type of parts to run, you guys just want an easy guide, an easy specific setup. Flub RC has all the description of the parts recommended and pretty much necessary in order to get the best setup, fitment, and performance from it. So this is like kind of like a super specific style build, but if you are into that and you don't want to mess up, you don't want to have to just worry about, oh, am I getting the right stuff? Just pick one of these kits up and it'll be dialed in from the get-go. So pretty awesome right there. The price point, they were at around 140 without the transmission, and 190
Yeah,
with.
we were doing 149 and 199,
Yeah.
so
Thank you,
150 and
thank you, thank
200
you,
is what we ended up doing,
thank
and
you.
we kept cost as low as possible. Like I said, the cost for USA made stuff is definitely not getting it from China price. So when you compare it to other kits on the market, feel free to ask them where they're getting their carbon, where it's getting cut, and all that fun stuff. And I guarantee we're more than fair on the prices for what you're getting.
And then, Mark, you got any questions for Chris?
No, I just want to say hell yeah for supporting America on the carbon. Let's go. Yeah.
Yep, everything in the kit, K and K screws. It's not, it's all USA. So that was the goal with this, and that'll be the goal moving forward too. So
Awesome, guys.
Super sick. Super sick.
Well, I can't wait to build this one up this week. So, guys, we'll definitely share an update later next week. Let you guys know how I set mine up. But Chris, man, awesome. Congratulations on the C2 Pro Kit, the DripXX, guys. Check it out. Stay tuned for the updates when they'll be available again in a few weeks. And guys, if you haven't checked it out, also Flub RC has been having awesome Father's Day sale going on since Friday, guys. So today is the last day to get a couple savings over on the website. Looks like we're doing 25% off body kits, 20% off slime balls, and 15% off flubber stuffers, guys. That's awesome. Plenty of goodies to check out right there. Guys, check out the body kits, of course. I guess I do have one more question, a personal question, if you don't mind. Will the atomic filament, will we see that in the DripXX products for now, just there, or will we later on see it in the body shop for other bodies?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about offering that and as far as parts for the body kits and stuff, and sliders is a very good possibility. It's much more rigid. So the Meg sliders, we haven't ever, I think ever replaced a Meg slider other than one being lost or something like that. So the filament that we've been using has been great. the atomic might be an option for bodies in the future as well. We could do something special. We need to do a little bit more testing with it and see how much better it is, and go from there for bodies. It is a harder filament to print, so getting the detail out of things is a little tougher with the pillars and stuff like that. So,
Well, I'm stoked, man. Congrats again, and we'll be waiting for the next drop to come through, and guys, we'll probably bring Chris on again, maybe on a couple months. We'll see what else he's up to. So
sounds like a plan.
yeah, man. Again, Flub RC guys, we'll catch them again. Chris, much appreciated popping on. Any last things you want to shout out before you head out?
Oh, guys, appreciate you. Hope you had a happy Father's Day. Got out with the kiddos, with the dogs, whatever you got. Happy Father's Day. And then, yeah, appreciate you guys sneaking me in quick to show you what it's all about. And have a good rest of the show, and good luck with the giveaway tonight. That's pretty exciting.
Oh,
Dope
yeah.
poster.
Oh, yeah. Don't go anywhere, guys. But yeah, hang out. Maybe you might win.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
All right, Chris. Talk to you later, brother.
Yep, later, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Chris,
See ya.
love you, brother.
Later.
All righty, Mark.
I almost forgot about the poster.
Dude, I need to open. I only got a couple right here, so for sure I need one because it's huge and the quality of the print is like, man, they made it super crispy. The lines, I don't know if you guys look at this, is like blown up and you can see just it's crispy. So
Where did
this
you
is a
get
thick
that from?
one. I got it from, let me see. I think it's from, I want to say Sticker Lab or Sticker Mule. One of those ones.
Okay.
I use it. I go through, check out a couple people, but guys, one of those sick posters along with a Northwest Chassis Works chassis. Pick your choice of Athos and or Manta Ray, I want to say, but Athos for sure. Check in with Northwest Chassis Works, see what he's got for you guys. So let's go ahead. We got only rules you guys saw probably on my stories, so I'll bring it up. I'll bring all the goodies up right here. We'll do it just how we do it, guys. You guys know I spin to win, and then we'll just search and see what's going on. Oh, and then yes, Mintech mats, trippy mats, they're coming. So stay tuned, guys. I don't know when, but they're already coming. So here we go. Let me go ahead and just spin it to win it. We already shuffled, guys. If you were here hanging out, enjoying the whole show, you're most likely here hanging out in the wheel. So, Mark, let's spin it.
Let's fucking go.
So we'll be halfway there,
winner,
guys.
right?
We just gotta check you. We gotta make sure everything checks out. But we got the mini line.
Mini line. Well, I know he watches. I know he follows.
The mini
But
line.
Does he actually follow?
Does he actually follow? Is he even here?
I'm stoked for this dude because he's a young buck, and let's go. Hopefully he follows.
He said, "Let's go."
Yeah, let's follow. Hopefully he follow the rule. Let's go.
What he said? He's here. I couldn't see it.
I know he was for sure.
Oh, maybe he left.
Oh, if he did, that's a bummer. He was no, he's here. There we go.
There he goes. He says, "Yo."
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and pull up the mini line. I already actually have them pulled up right here just to get them ready because we don't give people chances. Now we're gonna to go back and follow real quick. So let's see. We're gonna click. Is he following Northwest Chassis Works? If you guys can see my screen, that's awesome. If you don't, let me know. But oh, I thought I saw it. Northwest Chassis Works. Boom.
Yep.
Let's go. Northwest Chassis Works. He did follow the rules, guys. So congratulations to the mini line.
Joseph,
Boom.
good job, brother.
Mini line, you are the winner tonight. Send me a DM in the after this, as well as please send a DM to Northwest Chassis Works so he can get you squared away with that.
Stoked, man. Stoked.
Guys, it's been an awesome one. If you guys are looking to get some things this week, leave you guys with a couple of codes, or a little bit of codes at least, from our sponsor of the month, Tits RC, using the code Micro Mondays 10 at checkout. We'll get you a little discount over at Tits RC, Tiny Terrains RC, guys. So check that out. And stay tuned, guys. Check the stories, check the Instagram posts. We'll have the Orca link set ready to go, as well as the DripXX link set ready to go. Catch me at Marty's Hobbies. Swap me,
Ooh.
if you guys want a little deal, or if you guys need something from me, maybe we can get it made for you and pick up at the event. Just hit me up, guys. Any questions? We got a few DMs. We'll be trying to get through as many as we can tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be a good rest of the month. So, with that being said, Mark, links are on the way for you. Can't wait to see your build next week. And
I'm excited to see what I do with it myself. It's actually been a minute since I built something, dude.
dude, this one's pretty. This one
I'm
I'm stoked
excited.
about. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
I
But
like that. That got me motivated, man.
yeah, guys, if you need a little bit of motivation, here's that last motivation for tonight. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much hanging out. A little overboard tonight, as always. You know, it's always a good one when we get a little extra time in here. So much appreciated. Catch you guys next week. And don't want to miss out. We got an awesome Tits RC giveaway as well for a lucky Micro Mondays viewer. Mark, catch you next week, brother.
Go.
Peace out. Have a great week.
Let's fucking go.
Let's
All right.
go. Peace.